saw in the video, the car light or the interior light when going around the track is really bright. And in the lounge car, it has the windows on top so you can really see the light directly. So we're gonna try something. I happen to have some custom spray lacquer, transparent black window tint. So in the light, I already have the amber lens on top of the LED trying to not let it be so bright, but it's still really bright. So we're gonna spray it with this black window tint and see what happens. All right, let's see how this works. While I got you, here is the lighting kit that we're using. 11, 212. They also make a single pack too. The instructions and the goods. Okay, so here's our lens that we just worked on and tried to make darker. But when you start fresh, here's what you got. And here's the option for the amber insert. So this is just the plain LED, that little square right in the middle. But if you do insert the amber lens, you take off this white housing. As you can see, that comes apart. Let me show you how I like to put in the little amber lens. I actually flip the housing upside down. And then it's hard to see on the camera, I'm sure, but right in the front of this white piece, there's a little notch. You can see it. And then on this insert, you can see that little notch sticking out. So I turn it upside down, do this with the tweezer so you might be able to see. And it essentially kind of hooks in from behind and then forward a little bit. And then it's sitting nicely where it should be. Once again, turn it upside down, that'll help you. And then you got to get this guy in. You'll see that there's a little hole towards the back, a little tab there. Okay, this one's sitting pretty nicely. Notice the two tabs on each side there, and then should be sticking out the back or in that little slot right there. Kind of funny. We had to cut this guy's head off in order to finish this lighting kit. So here we go. First thing we do is insert these guys. Go ahead and push them all the way in. And then our light, basically you'll want to squeeze those two terminals right there, the silver ones between my fingers. They're gonna touch the back of that guy, so it basically squeezes in between. There you go. Now you can see why we had to cut that guy's head off. Also, for me anyway, I bent this up just a hair, and the reason is when it goes up into where it needs to go, I had less chance of essentially this piece pushing it back down. You basically want to get it so it's like that once we get it into the top of the car. All right, so I got the lens up in there. Notice a couple of things. When you feel the grooves, when you're holding the lens, put the grooves towards the top of the shell, not the smooth side. The smooth side is down into the cab or into where the people are. Also notice that this wide piece or part of the white strip right there is towards the front. Another thing to notice is it's not centered, it's actually towards the back. And back in this little space right here is where the light will fit, this guy right here. So keep that in mind. You'll also know that you have that lens in if it stays in when you flip it over. And then the next task, the next challenge is to get this on. And like I showed you earlier, getting that light to sit in right behind that diffuser like I was talking about. See how the light, in this case, not quite behind that diffuser lens that goes across the top, which is, like I said, your next challenge. Make sure I have this in the right spot. Okay, so I just learned that I had this in a little bit too far back. I found another place where this top lens clicked into place forward just a little bit. There we go, success. The LED went behind that top plate, that top lens diffuser. And then you check it, make sure it lights up. Okay, well, we really put a damper on the lens. It's only lighting about half of the car, full speed, full power. But I actually like it better than before. It's handleable. It might just be that there's only one light on in the middle of the night heading west, and this end of the car, lights are out. That's gonna be our excuse. So we're gonna roll with this, put the lights in the rest of the cars, and see how it looks all together. So for what it's worth, there is the lighting kits. I don't know. Some light is better than no light, but my OCD is kind of going off the charts with how it's heavy on one side with light and pretty dark in front. But once again, some light is better than no light. Maybe I did something wrong. Let me know down below. Or do you have a hack of some sort to spread out and diffuse the light better?